Hey guys, so I wanted to do a trying to conceive update for y'all since I went to the infertility doctor. I decided to make the appointment and go start the process because I felt like I didn't know if I was even ovulating or what was going on. And since I was told I have the polycystic ovarian syndrome, I've needed some more information. I felt like the infertility doctor had a lot more experience and information available, so I bit the bullet and made the appointment, even though I was really on the fence about going down that road. So my husband had to go submit a sample, which was a really interesting experience for him. So the office is completely quiet and there's no music playing, and he didn't want to touch anything. He just wanted to get in and get out. So he did the deed, and then we went to Waffle House for some waffles. Yay! He said, it's the most interesting way to start off a morning. Giving a sample in a doctor's office and ending at Waffle House. What a day. So we had to go back an hour after his sample was submitted so that the doctor can go over the results with us. And we ended up being there for about an hour and a half for our consultation, which I really loved the doctor that we saw. He was an older gentleman, and he apparently was very knowledgeable, and he was one of the first people to do in vitro in our state when it first came out. And so he was just the sweetest man. He took the time to explain everything to us, how the fertility treatments that they offer and what the route that they usually go. And I had a previous ultrasound that he went over the results with and said that, I do have polycystic ovarian syndrome and what that meant as far as I have multiple cysts around the eggs. I had quite a few, and usually more than most people, but they just weren't developing, and basically my hormones from my pituitary gland are not in sync with the rest of my body. So basically my thermostat is out of whack. So he said the whole time that we were trying to conceive, it's been about 7-8 months now, that I probably didn't ovulate at all the whole time. So I kind of feel like it's a really good thing that I went to go see him, because I was going to, usually people wait 12 months of trying before they go seeing an infertility clinic, but since I wasn't ovulating at all, it wasn't, most likely wasn't going to happen anyway. So all in all, he took time and explained everything, and then he examined me with the ultrasound himself with his nurse there, my husband, and he went through and explained exactly what's around my ovaries and showed both of us and counted how many they are, and said everything else looked good. And then we went back to his office and he explained that the treatment I was given with my other OB was Provera with Clomid, and I said I did 2 rounds of that and it didn't work. And he doesn't like to prescribe Clomid just because of the harsher side effects with the wild mood swings, and it's not, he said, people with PCOS, it's sometimes isn't what he usually recommends. So his treatment plan was basically going to put me on the Provera to get my cycle started, and then the first day that my cycle starts, I have to lab results back, and then I'm going to get a hysterosalpingogram, which I know all about, and I was very not excited about having to have this test done. I've heard a lot of people have this test done and have no problem getting pregnant afterwards. Basically, if you don't know what a hysterosalpingogram is, or a HSG, it's an x-ray test where you're basically lying on your back just like you are in the OB office, and the radiologist uses x-rays to visualize, and x-ray dye that they usually put a small catheter in your cervix and inject x-ray dye that fills up your uterus, and it overflows to your ovaries. And so basically the radiologist looks for any blockages or any abnormalities, fibroids, scar tissue, anything like that that could be the cause of infertility. Sometimes debris from every month when you get your cycle will develop, and the hysterosalpingogram, by injecting the dye, will kind of flush everything out and give a clear way for when you do ovulate, for the egg won't get stuck. So basically, a lot of people that have that test done say that they get pregnant, a week or, a month after. I've heard that story time and time again. So given the fact that I don't ovulate, I think that it definitely couldn't hurt. I hear that it's very painful as far as having very intense cramping when they inject the dye. The test itself probably takes 5 or 10 minutes. I know it's very fast. I haven't had it done yet, but I will let you know all the updates when I do. So after I have that done to make sure everything looks normal, then I have to do these injections of hormones to stimulate my eggs to start ovulating and to grow a mature follicle that will drop down my fallopian tube and hopefully get fertilized. Well, after I do these injections in my stomach, it's supposed to be like a small, almost like an insulin needle, every day. I'm not sure for how many days yet, I'll find out later. Then I'll have to go back in for an ultrasound and see how many follicles I have that are mature. The doctor said hopefully it won't be too many. Ideally you just want one, but with polycystic ovarian syndrome and with these hormone treatments, you can have more than one develop at the same time. And he said if there's 3 or 4 in there, he looks at my husband and says, definitely do not implant anything in there, because you do not want 3 or 4 or 5 or however many children, because that could cause more problems with the body being pregnant. So that is where the possibility of twins can arise, and he gave me the percentage about 5 to 7%. So I don't know. We both are not keen on having twins just because that is a whole lot of, I couldn't imagine having one, let alone 2 or 3 or however many, which is why I was hesitant to go down this road. But the doctor's going to keep a very close eye on everything and make sure that my follicles are developing properly and that I don't have too many before he tells us when it's go time. So he said I could do this round of treatments 3 times, and he'll give a break between, a month or so break, so you won't do it back to back if it doesn't work the first time, to give your body a chance to rest. Next step for that, I forgot to mention the other medication the doctor wanted me to take along with the Provera is Femora, which I haven't taken before. It's similar to Clomid, where it gets your body ready to have a mature egg come down and gets your uterus lining ready, and everything's going to synchronize hopefully at the same time. It's basically what he wants to do is get my uterus lining, so everything hopefully should work out. He said luckily with me, by looking at everything, I shouldn't have a problem getting pregnant, but he said he doesn't like to give any chances because you never know. Somebody could look fine and have a hard time becoming pregnant, and others might have all the odds against them and have a very easy time becoming pregnant. He said you just never know until you start the process what kind of miracle is going to happen. So I'm going to start taking the Provera first next week, next Wednesday, and that's going to kickstart my cycle. So I will give you any new updates that may occur and let you know. Hopefully things will happen, and hopefully I won't have to do this routine just once, is what I'm crossing my fingers for, and with just one birth, hopefully. Something that's healthy. So that is my update, guys, and I hope that it was useful, and I hope it's helpful in anyone else's journey or anyone else that might be considering going through the infertility doctor. This is just what my doctor's told me and what steps that he's recommended. So I hope it works, and I'll cross my fingers, and I will see you guys next time for another update. Bye!